All right, guys, here we go. We've got C-3PO, Attack of the Clones, 20th anniversary. There's the box. Obviously, I've gotten the plastic and stuff off of there, but there it is. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I have a particularly special way I plan on displaying this that you're not going to want to miss. So I highly recommend you stick around for that. We've got the box right here, and it does have like the other 20th anniversaries. We got the whole flip cover thing going on here. Of course, it's wanting to be silly with this guy. You can do that and display your figure. But there it is. We got 3PO on there. We've got, the Star Wars thing going on there. We got a little story there. Got 3PO. Who gives a damn? Let's get you out of here. Now I have taken liberty. I've already taken all the plastic bits off of this because I was excited about it and I wanted to check it out. And I must be honest with you, I totally forgot this guy was diecast. I just forgot it was diecast. So when I picked him up for the first time, I was like, whoa. That's a lot of freaking plastic, but no, it's die-cast. And it's honestly, it's beautiful. I know a lot of you guys skipped on this one. I'll say skipped on. You originally ordered this one, and then when they announced the Return of the Jedi version, you went and canceled this version. And I somewhat understand that. How many 3POs do you need? But to be fair, he's in every flipping Star Wars everything. So how many do you need? Well, 2. You need this one and the one we don't have quite yet. And I guess we don't count 3. You've got the battle droid with the 3PO head, and then you got the R2 with the 3PO head. So now we got 3 3PO heads, and then another one's coming out. We got the 4th one. We got a lot of 3PO heads, 2 3PO figures. We'll get to him in just a second. He is heavy. I have put the batteries in there. We'll get to that in just a second. Now it does come with the battle droid head, which you can swap out. I have no intentions of doing that. I get why it's there. I don't plan on doing that. If you want to see that, watch another video. I don't plan on messing with that. We do have the blaster, which he obviously used while he was with the battle droid head. And it's a nice little gimmicky thing. I get it happened in the film. I just don't care. I just don't. I did put the 3 button cell batteries in there. We got some extra wrist pegs. And then we have, if ever there was a figure that deserved a sand base, it's this guy. The problem is he can't use the feet. We'll get to that a little bit, but there's no way you can actually use these feet indentations in this base. It is a little different coloration of paint. There's some like pinkish and red and some browns, and it's not just straight up sand. It's different coloration. We've seen this 50 times already. 3PO on there, but you get. Anyways, we'll get there in a minute. This definitely recommend this for reasons we'll get to in just a second. And then we've got some hands. He doesn't come with a whole lot because honestly, he doesn't really need a whole lot. But we'll get this out of the way. These accessories, I'm not even going to use those. I don't care. So now you might be going, well, I really want to see the other. Look at the pictures. All right. So this is from my own collection, and I will show what I want to show. All right. So let's get into this. We got some hands. We got these little normal 3PO hands. There's like doing that thing, and then we've got some other hands. So he's got blaster hands. Those, and then we got these hands that he does these little gestures with his hands. But let's take a look at it. The first thing, right? The first thing is coloration. It looks great. It looks screen accurate. Hot Toys nailed it. We got some nice brassy, weathered bits going on here, almost like the ligaments in your arm or your wrist. And it's got those going back there, and it goes back here. It would be cool if this was like an Iron Man hand where you could actually have the posable digits, but it's not that. Matte black finish on the inside of the palm, and then you get these little parts where it's supposed to be like screws, and it's a very cool design altogether for a creature, I guess, if we're a droid. I kind of dig that. So we got a lot of those, and the flat fingers I think is pretty cool. Like they're just cut off. That's pretty cool. So we got a pile of those, and we already looked at the base, and then we got this guy. So it's beautiful. I must be honest with you guys. This 3PO is gorgeous. It just is. I like it more than I thought I would. like the difference in colorations on like each panel. You got this dark burgundy, brown, red stuff going on here. We got this cream, yellowy colored orange, and then you got the gold, I guess if you will, and the exposed wires. And then down here you got all these different colorations. It's just a cool looking figure, and I very much like it. You turn around, it's even more different on the back end. And he wore his brown pants. You see, he wore his brown pants. I'm just saying. Might have caught that. You might not have. But this thing is, I mean, the weathering on this thing is everywhere. There is no clean panels anywhere on this guy. But let's start at the top. He does obviously have a light up function. You got a ball joint up here, and it's the same as the other 3PO heads we've gotten with the other with R2 and then the battle droid. You just pop this panel right here off. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. Can I do it one-handed? I think I can. Come on, there you go. You got your batteries in there, and if you flip this on, they are incredibly bright until you forget to turn them off. Well, there you go. He's lit up. Brings it to life. I very much like that. I think it's super cool. But videoing it in the next segment, or even taking pictures of it, they're bright. So you gotta, adjust your camera settings or whatever. But it's expressive, and I like it very much. Now, I'm going to pop those off because I really don't want to kill the batteries. Come here, you. This is tough to do with one hand, so let's go ahead and use it. Ah! Why are you blinding me, 3PO? What the heck, man? All right, there we go. So we got that part on there, and it's now there are some. This is not a perfect figure. It's got some issues. I can see a lot of breakages coming to the Facebook groups. The Reddits, the Instagrams, honestly, you guys there's gonna be so many broken 3POs, it's gonna be crazy. And you ask why? Well, this is why. As cool as having pistons are on a joint as he deserves, right? As cool as that is, these right here are the weakest point of the entire figure. So the way this works, obviously you've got a rotating shoulder joint on both sides. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff, and you can rotate here at the bicep. And there is a slight bend there on the elbow. And as you extend the elbow, let's try and do this. Then you've got a piston here and a piston here. All right. So if you're out there willy-nilly moving around your 3PO, which I don't think many people are going to, but I'm warning you, these right here are going to break. And if you just don't have it like perpendicular, perfect, I could see, it's just, trust me. So this is not die cast. These are plastic bits. So die cast parts on this, like I said, it is quite heavy. So the entire like torso section here, that's die cast. And I'm talking, it's like cold to the touch. That's what I'm kind of going by. So, right. So die cast bicep, this is plastic. Die cast bicep over here, plastic. Die cast brown pants, and then die cast here, and then the plastic boots or feet. So a lot of die cast on things. It's got significant weight to it. It is actually, it's surprising, right? But just going around there, you've got, like I said, range of motion here. You can do what you want here, swivel, decent bend there, nothing crazy. Simple 6-scale style pegs, nothing crazy with that. These are just the 3PO hands, nothing crazy going there. Torso wise, not a whole lot going on. You can like turn it to the side, It's 3PO. It's not Spider-Man. It's not a Mandalorian. It's 3PO, all right? But there's a little bit of play. And most of the play is going to come in when you start moving the elbows around. And on this one as well, you got the pistons. And they're just, you're going to break them. Just throwing that out there. Ab crunch, there's a little bit, like the slightest bit of ab play right there, right? He typically has this lean back posture, so I'm happy they gave that to us. But there's like this rubbery internal suit, this black suit in here. It is kind of rubbery. It's got a little bit of play, and then you got the wires, and the wires are not meant to come off, so don't try and do that. But there's that. And then what else? Talking about the sand base, footprints, right? Here's what I'm talking about. Here's the amount of play. That's how far the feet go apart. You can get them together that close, or you can get them that far apart. Come on. Hot Toys just doesn't give a shit. They're just like, you're getting this base. We don't care. Shut the hell up. You're going to buy it anyways. And there you go. So there you go. That's it's so stupid. As far as range of motion on the legs, non-existent. You do have a ratcheted knee, which you're going to get, I don't know, 25, 30 degrees out of that. Be careful in bending this knee. So you've got this guy right here that pops out, and if you just grab that and bend, you're going to end up breaking that. Same thing on this side. You get this side, but this one doesn't stick past that joint, so it's not too bad. On the back end, again, the weathering continues. It is, I mean, it's just so much weathering. So much. You can see the detail. I can't wait for the, I would say clean version, but the Return of the Jedi version was going to be like more gold. I can't wait for that. But look at the amount of weathering, every crack and crevice, every little opportunity. You've got like wires going down the back of the knees. I mean, even the boots are just ridiculously weathered. And then on the bottom, we've got nice little different colored, shoes, I guess, if you will. I think it's very, very cool. Very cool. And I'm liking what I see so far. I much appreciate what they did. Be careful with these guys right here as well. If you're like moving the head around, this is not a figure you want to fall over. You want to be careful with this. It's not going to have a whole lot. You do have a little bit of twist in the thigh section here, but most of action is going to be here. And there's not a whole lot of play here when you got this die cast part right here. So you're going to go down a little bit, but it's not really, you're not getting a whole lot of action out of that. It's just, again, 3PO. But let's do a couple poses with this guy, see what it looks like with some decent lighting. And you guys can let me know whether or not you pick this guy up. And here we go. We've got 3PO next to R2 and posed up. Now, I do not trust 3PO up there by himself for too long. So just throwing that out there. One of the issues I've got is balance on this guy because you can't really do anything with the legs. And there's not a whole lot of play in the ankles in the direction I would like to see, which is more weight on the rear. It's a little, make sure you have it posed and balanced well. So I've got R2 kind of supporting him with, the hand on there right this second. But these two look like they were made for each other, and, they kind of were. But there's R2. Go check out the review on the Attack of the Clones R2 if you haven't already done that. But as we rotate this guy around, you can see just how cool the 3PO is and how vastly different each little panel and paint and weathering is. I mean, it's significantly different all the way around as you rotate the figure around. It's a very, very cool piece. And this particular 3PO is probably going to be a set it and forget it thing because it's not like if you're fidgeting, you're not going to go grab, you go grab a Spider-Man figure or something, something else, an Iron Man figure if you want to pose it. 3PO is going to be like, hey, I'm iconic. I'm in every trilogy. And, they'll mess with me because I'm a protocol droid and I have Sith language and all kinds of stuff. So anyways, this one's pretty stinking cool. We'll do some other poses. Probably not going to get too crazy with it, though. I must be honest with you. Let's go. And here's 3PO doing his best Anakin impression. So here we go. Clearly, Anakin's taller than 3PO, as he should be. And I even have Anakin slightly hunched over with his feet. So he would be slightly taller if I had him standing straight up. However, and spoiler, I do have a totally awesome posing video with Anakin and Ahsoka coming up on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's going to be great. Just give me a minute to put it together because I got some cool ideas. But that being said, these two look great together. Big, surprise as far as, liking this 3PO as much as I do. And I knew I was going to like it, but I really do like it quite a lot. And until we get our episode 2 Anakin and Padme here, old Clone Wars Anakin might just have to, he might just have to do. But these two look great together. And, these ankles, guys, man, these things right here, I think you're better off using the stand on this one. I don't use the stand too often, but this time it might actually make sense. Did someone say droids? I got a few. So I broke out the Hot Toys droids, and I've got more. In fact, I didn't break out the KX and Forza droid because I got K2 up there, and I figured why double it up. And then obviously I have another R2, didn't add that. And then I also didn't add the B1 battle droid because honestly, I don't know where the hell it's at. It's in this room of figures posed somewhere. I don't know where. I gave up looking for it. So there's that. I've lost my droid. Anyways, you can see you could have a whole droid display. Obviously, we're going to have more droids coming out in the near future. Super battle droids. That's going to be cool. Can't wait for that one, which should be sooner rather than later. We've got the new R5-D4. We got the pit droid. We got the D1 droid down here. We've got the BD1, and we've got R2. We got Dark Troop. We got all kinds of troopers, or all kinds of droids up here. They look great together, I think. I think a droid display is worthy of a photo, maybe. So maybe might throw it on Instagram or something. Cut to the chase. I like the figure. You can't do a whole lot with it. I would 100% recommend using the stand and support on this guy, even though it doesn't flipping make any sense. I mean, or use a stand and support. I don't know if you need to use this particular one, but use one. Because again, balancing, he wants to fall backwards. But I did promise you guys in a very special way, I was going to show you guys how I'm actually going to use the shipper box and the art box. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, I had to come out to the garage for a minute. I've got this, look, I got filament and stuff everywhere. 3D print project going on. As you can see, I got one printer, I got a bunch of printers and more elsewhere. But in here, we got this guy going, doing his thing. Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, but that's not actually why we're here. I'm just kind of teasing on that one. What I need is, oh, there it is. In case you're wondering, I did get a shipper box one. So Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary deal. I got a shipper box. I have the art box right here. All right, here we go. So I got the art box right here. Looks pretty good looking little art box, right? I kind of dig it. Kind of like that, or the shipper box. Then we got the art box right here. Star Wars 20th anniversary. There you are, art box right here. There you go, right there. Got Ash on me. All right, so let's get some of this there. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Light her up, Jack. There. Gets a little display action going on here. Come on, you can do it. Who would have guessed? Not me. There we go. There we go. There. That ought to get the job done. All right. So if you choose to display yours like this, let me know. You can post it on Instagram, tag me on it. But right now, I don't think anybody else has chosen to display their art boxes, whether it's this one or the Vader or the Boba Fett or anything like that. I don't think anybody's displayed theirs like this yet. So this is pretty rare. And yeah. What do you guys think? Is this a good, viable option? In the comment section, what is the current value of this custom shipper box? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoy this. Don't care about boxes. Collect figures, not boxes. Stop that shit. As always, click what you like. I guess if you like boxes, I guess you can do that. I don't know. I don't. I'm out. See ya.